welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thank you for joining me. I hope that everyone enjoyed their Christmas and everyone was able to spend time with people that you love. Mine was a lot of fun, mixed with a little bit of sadness. I enjoyed quality time with Simon, his family, and lots of friends from near and far, so that was beautiful. I was able to spend a lot of time with some wonderful friends. My moments of sadness were when I realized my immediate family was missing, and I was missing them. So my mom passed away 2 years ago in December. I haven't seen my adult son in almost 2 years due to drug addiction. My sister and her fiance moved to Colorado earlier this year, and then my dad ended up really sick with the flu. And then the rest of my extended family lives in Germany and is spread throughout the U.S. So I kind of found myself a few times creeping into a little bit of sadness, like, oh, wait a minute, like, I wanted to have a little pity party for myself and go, oh, woe is me, like, I don't have my family. And in the end, what I realized is that I could choose to focus on what I thought I was missing and spiral into sadness, neglect myself and the people that I was surrounded by, or I could choose to allow myself to feel sad for the moment, pay tribute and gratitude to my loved ones who weren't there with me, and then just get on with the celebrations and allow myself to have a good time. I guess my point in sharing the story with you is there just are things in life you can't control. And if you can't control it, but choose to give it too much focus, you allow it to control you, and then you've lost your power to it. So it's kind of like that misery loves company. And, if we let ourselves get into misery, then we will do it. And even if it's circumstances that are out of our control in some way, again, we can get sucked into that energy. So the only way, you can control anything, and remember, the only thing that you can actually control in life is you. And the way that you can do that is through the power of choice. So you choose what you think, what you feel, what you say, what you do, what you eat, where you go, where you work, who you love. Anyway, you get my point. Everything is a choice. So choose differently if you want something in your life to change. So that's kind of my point. Anyway, I'm done rambling about it for the night. So let's get into tonight's predictions, which run through to next Thursday, January 4th. Oh my God, it's already 2018. I'm super pumped. I'm hoping that it's going to be a fantastic year. I feel like it's going to be a great year for everybody, but I'll get into that in next week's show. So these are general predictions for everyone in areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. So general themes, this is the final few days of the year, so you can expect more of the same. Like the last several months, especially December, have been all about purging, awakening, and getting to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your role in your life, your role in others' lives, and then others' roles in your life. I mean, it's just been like this whole thing of seeing and noticing things that you haven't before. And I feel like the majority of you sense a change within you, but you can't completely see or feel the difference just yet. And that's going to manifest itself next year. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. This week, you're going deep again and tapping into some hidden resources of your inner being, things you haven't utilized before or had the opportunity to develop. What I can kind of explain it, or how I see it, is like you're a deep well that has water, but unless you bring up the water from the well, you can't drink it or use it. So for some of you, to me, it feels like it's almost going to be like a baptism, where you're like being baptized. So I feel you being showered in water in some way. So some of you will experience this hidden resource, epiphany, or deeper connection with yourself while you're in the shower. Some will accidentally get splashed with water somehow. Some of you will be swimming. Some I feel like you will be at a church service and have some have access to some holy water. I even feel like it comes down to, celebrating New Year's, and maybe some of us are partaking a little bit in the alcoholic beverages. So now we're drinking lots of water to stay hydrated. In some way, I just feel like water is going to be either the catalyst, or it's going to be a connection, or it's just going to be one of those things, kind of like the show where I talked about epiphanies happening in an intersection or something happening there. It's very similar. So again, maybe even some of you get trapped in like a rain shower or something. I guess we'll see how it plays out for all of us. It may also manifest itself for some of you in the form of nourishing yourself and or nourishing others in some way. And again, that could even be with you like sharing a glass of water or something. I don't know. This week also is going to be a time of clearing something from your personal matrix and or planetary matrix. And that's just, matrix, basically your life. I kind of feel like it's going to be both for several of you. Personally, I feel like you'll become aware of something in your life that needs to be released and let go of. It could be something as simple as clearing out your closet, making space or room for something new in your home or your life. So something needs to be let go. Maybe you're switching out the pillows on your couch, or you're getting new bedding, or, some of you I feel like are getting new puppies. I don't know, or you got new puppies, just new stuff. And it's a feeling of clearing out the old, and bringing in the new. Now for the planetary matrix, what I kind of feel that is going to show up in a way of letting go of systems of duality, or, systems of separation, or, I don't know. It's a little more complex. I just was getting a lot of information about it. So I kind of made a little bit of notes. I kind of feel like some of you may find yourself questioning, why there's only a two-party political system when people are so multifaceted. How can it be one or the other? Like, how is that possible? I feel like some of you are going to realize like you're putting way too much energy and passion and focus on like celebrities and worrying about what they're doing and who's dating who, and you know more about their lives than you know about your own life. I feel like some of you may even all of a sudden notice how the media and advertising misleads you in some way, or makes it where all of a sudden you're feeling like, oh my God, yeah, I've got to buy this, but yet you don't even really need it or want it, but some reason it's the advertising, it evokes an emotion or a feeling that's not reality in some way. I also feel like some of you that have connections to, specific religions, I feel like some of you are going to notice that certain religions are perpetuating separation and controlling the masses with fear, through tactics of heaven or hell, and, fighting war over religion. I mean, I feel like it's going to be pieces of the puzzle coming together, how that just doesn't make sense. How can you be of love and of religion, but yet you're fighting in the name of God? Like, it makes no sense. And I feel like it's going to be things like that are coming to your reality, where you're going to just start seeing, again, things that you didn't notice before. Last week, we talked about it, happening with people in our lives, noticing something about someone that you hadn't noticed before. And this time it's going to be on a bigger and wider scale. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes up for everyone. I do feel like there's also going to be hidden treasures, hidden things arriving in the form of objects, people, places, or information. Again, it's the stuff coming up from the depths of yourself and, the depths of other people. Again, it's just things are coming to light. I also feel like there are going to be high emotions this week. And when I say emotions, it doesn't really feel like it's going to be, sad, angry. Like it feels more optimistic type emotions on the higher spectrum, of emotion versus the denser ones. Um, I do feel like there will be more stuff coming up to be released to make room for deeper forms of love. So for some of you, it could be emotional sadness and anger and fear and frustration that comes up. But I do feel like for the majority, it's going to be more of a positive leaning thing, more optimism and happiness. For some of you, I feel like something comes into your life this week that's beyond your wildest dreams, like something that's just a total surprise and a shock, and it's amazing and it's awesome. Um, and it may not even manifest itself fully yet. So it kind of feels like maybe it's a job or a new love or an old love or information. I mean, it really could be anything that kind of shows up. But what I can say for sure is that whatever it is that pops up into your life um, is something that you've worked hard and it's finally like just you're beginning to see the fruits of your labor again. Like it's just the beginning of what's to come, and it's a little something I feel like to give you that pep in your step. It's almost like, everybody that's in the spiritual community, we're always like chasing that spiritual high, right? You had this most deep, amazing meditation, you communed with God or all these things. So it's something like that that's going to really get the momentum going where you're just like, go, go, go. This is what I got to do, and this is where I'm going. And so it's going to it's going to be a motivation factor. This week, too, there could be some sexual overtones happening. So maybe through conversations, movies, encounters. I do feel like this week's going to be spiritual as well. I feel like your intuition will be powerful, but you may have difficulty connecting with it or hearing it. The energy's there. You just have to allow yourself to feel it. Try different approaches. You can do journaling, meditation, yoga, maybe a walk in nature. But the best way, the absolute best way is just staying in the moment, right? Focus on the now, just be still, and you will hear your intuition. You will hear the messages. I feel like many of you will feel inspired this week, hopefully for the future. Or not hopefully for the future, but hopeful for the future. I also feel like you're going to be more confident about your needs and what you want in life. I do feel like some of you will be seeing this more from the negative side. So some of you are in a little bit of a darker place. So it's going to take you a little bit more strength to dig a little bit deeper, to connect with more of the positive aspects of this energy. Again, focus on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want, because then that's what you'll create. So focus on what you want. Practice gratitude. There's always something to be grateful for. Always something to be grateful for. I don't care how down and out you are, there is something to be grateful for. All right. For those of you that are employed, I feel like some of you are going to be feeling like you need to lay low this week, like under the radar. If that's the case, trust your gut. If you're feeling that for a reason, I do feel like some of you will be confused as to what is happening in your working life. And for some of you, it's going to be like literally what's going on at work. I have no idea. I've been on vacation for like 2 weeks and I feel like I'm completely lost. But the majority of you, I feel like is going to be more connected to like, where am I going? What am I doing with my career? What do I want? Like, it's just, you're really just going to be kind of confused about that. Like, you're at a job, maybe you like it, you love it, but at the same time, you hate it, you want to change, you've been doing it forever, or there's people there that you don't like, or I don't know. Either way, it's something about your career and what you actually want to do for the rest of your life, or for the next several years of your life, and then it'll change again. You never have to stay stuck in one career. That's BS, whoever said that. Okay, let's see. Oh, it will become clearer later. You're not going to have the answers this week. It's just going to be popping up, and give it thought, and, don't get hung up on it. Some of you, I feel like, have lots of powerfully positive opportunities right in front of you, and you're not seeing them. So open your eyes, pay attention. Some of you are like, oh, I'm broke, I don't have money, I don't have this, but you have all these opportunities that are coming your way. but it's showing up in a way that is different than how you have it in your limited mindset or in the way that you dreamed it or the way that you want it. Like, you have to be open to all the possibilities and just try something. And if it doesn't work out, okay, fine, that didn't work out. You try the next opportunity. I feel like just set some goals and then take action steps to make it happen. Only you can create change by choosing differently. Those of you that are looking for work, same advice goes for you guys. Like, I feel the same thing. You just have opportunities in front of you that you're not really seeing, or opportunities to make money with your own talents that you have, and you're just, again, it's not in the way that you perceive it or see it, so you're not doing it or trying it. There's not much happening on the hiring front this week, but that's okay. Don't be discouraged. Enjoy the time off right now, okay? Regroup, get yourself together, and there'll be plenty of time. You have your whole life ahead of you to work, okay? Let's see. Love, committed dating. Lovers, I do feel like you could find yourself in difficult to understand. I don't know. I just feel like there'll be misunderstandings about multiple different things, but the main theme, I feel like it's going to be in regards to love and romance. And I feel like you just got to talk about it. For some of you, it could actually be sexy time stuff. And things that maybe your partner wants to explore or you want to explore, but you're too afraid to talk about it or discuss it. Either way, talk about it. For some of you, it's marriage. You want to get married. It's not happening. Talk about it. You're looking for a deeper commitment. Whatever the case, don't jump to conclusions. Talk about it. Oh, and some of you, I feel like, are going to be working on removing blocks in your relationship, and you'll be able to remove them, and you're going to be connecting deeper. For some of you, the removing the blocks is going to be you literally removing yourself from a relationship. That may not actually happen fully this week, but it's a start to making it happen, or the realization of that's what you want. Either way, it's, endings and beginnings. Looking for love, my singles, I feel like some of you are on fire this week. You're going to be feeling super attractive. You're going to be feeling super confident. You're going to be rocking some sexy outfits for New Year's Eve celebrations. I feel like you're going to be getting attention. I do feel like some of you are going to be getting some kisses from a stranger at midnight, so that's kind of fun. Either way, I think for some of you, it's going to be a great week. And then for some of you, you're going to be working on blocks that are keeping you from attracting love, which to me feels it's surrounding self-esteem. Some of you have way too high self-esteem and you think you are just top-notch. And look, I'm all about confidence, but there's a difference between confidence and arrogance will block you from love. And then those of you that have way too low self-esteem, that's also going to keep you from attracting good love, all right? So you're going to attract abusive people into your life if you have low self-esteem. Either way, go out and mingle, all the singles. Go mingle, have fun, celebrate. Finances, ooh, I got to hurry. I only have 7 minutes and I want to get to the caller. Okay, finances, I feel like there's dishonesty surrounding money by someone or a group of people this week. Try not to sign anything. And I feel like some of you are going to be checking in with yourselves about your financial goals this week as well. I mean, it's kind of fitting. It's New Year's, so people are going to be setting goals. Health, I feel like some of you really need some second opinions. Trust your gut. Go and get it, because I do feel like some of you are not getting good health care. You're putting your trust in maybe someone that, has got too many patients and you're just another number. So get a second opinion, especially if your gut is telling you to. Emotion-wise, I feel like things are going to be calm this week and just emotions, but again, more positive. Spirituality, I feel like expect messages from spirit this week in your dreams, through people, places, and situations. Some of you will be sharing your wisdom with others this week. And strength is going to be playing out all over the place in your lives this week. You'll see it from all areas, and spirit is coming through strongly. All right. Let me jump to tonight's caller really quick. Renee from Boston, how are you? I'm sorry we have 6 minutes. Let's try to rush through whatever it is that you would like to talk to me about tonight.
I'd like to know about Korea.
career. Okay, I feel like you've got a lot of anxiety and worry and concerns right now.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, sorry. Work-wise, I kind of feel like, I don't know if you just lost your job or you feel like you're gonna lose your job or there's tension and maybe you already lost the job, but there's something definitely in the work area that I just feel like is completely off right now. Did you lose your job already?
No.
No. Okay. Are you contemplating leaving your job?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, what is the concern? Like, I feel like there's tension surrounding your work.
There's been tension for 7 years.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's that tension, that environment of the work. Okay. So career-wise, are you interested in knowing, like, if you make a choice to leave or where you're at, will you grow? I kind of feel like wherever you're at right now,
I'm looking for financial. Is there going to be more raises? Is there going to be a promotion?
Okay. So I kind of feel like where you're at, there's not a lot of room for major growth promotion-wise. I feel like it's kind of limited in, it almost feels like people would have to leave in order for there to be upward growth. Like, I don't know, it feels like a medium-sized maybe company or maybe where you're at, medium-sized. So I don't feel like a promotion, but I feel like more responsibilities, and I do feel like you would get more money coming to you, but I don't feel like it's going to be what you want. Like, I feel like they're going to throw a couple bucks at you to appease you, because I kind of feel like they know that you're not really happy with, like, it's like you're overworked, right? Like, I don't know, I just feel like you have a lot of stress there. So the pay, the stress doesn't match up, and I don't know that they're going to give you what you want.
Okay. Now, the people who cause trouble for me, are they going to be staying or leaving?
Okay, so I feel like I want to say it's like 3 to 4 people, and I feel like there's 2 people that will leave. And I feel like it's 2 people that are the ones that are causing you the most stress. One, I feel like is a termination, and I feel like the other is just like maybe a quitting or a retirement or just moving on in some way. Just because I don't even know why, but it feels like it's their choice. The other feels more along the lines of termination due to kind of maybe like an attitude problem, or I almost feel like this person could get a mouthy.
Yeah, there's a few of them like that. Is one of them a woman? Is one of them a woman and a boss?
One of them, I do feel like it's a female energy. To me, I can't tell if she's the boss. She's the one that is the most mouthy. So whoever out of the 2 is the bigger, like, who's more aggressive in the way that they talk and, like, has more of a mean streak, like, attitude to it. Like, you know, maybe even throws some cuss words out every once in a while.
Oh, that's a few people there.
The woman that's the boss, like, if this is one of the 2 people that's really aggressive, is she your boss? Because, like, if she does leave, I feel like there's a possibility you could get promoted in her position, but she's kind of a fighter. And I don't know that, like, it would take them firing her. She's not leaving.
She's not leaving.
I don't feel like she's leaving, because especially, I only have 60 seconds left, but I kind of feel like she's got the attitude of this. She would be willing to go as long as nobody wants to push her out, right? But if you guys are all, like, pushing for her to get out, then she's going to be stubborn and punish you by staying as long as she possibly can. But could she be the one that's close to retirement? I'm sorry, I have 30 seconds left, but is she the one that could potentially retire and leave on her own?
No, she's younger than I am.
Ah, okay, so then that's not her. Yeah, this I was gonna call her a chick. She is, yeah, she's not gonna go out on her own. She would need to be terminated, and that possibility could happen. I can't tell if it's her or the other person. But you will have more money next year, and I do feel like you should look out really quickly. I do feel like you should look out elsewhere because I feel like that's where you're going to get more money.